What's up, guys? On today's episode, I am going to show you how to diagnose and fix an issue related to the ASD wiring. Hey, what's going on over there?
Well, we have a hot mess of bundle of wires.
I'm going to just show you guys. Look at this. That's the PCM. This is the PDC. And we are struggling, but I think we just found our solution. What is up, everyone? On today's episode, I'm going to walk you through the automatic shutdown relay, the ASD, on these pesky Jeep Wranglers. Chances are, if you own a Jeep Wrangler, one day you're going to have to Google search the ASD. And I hope that I could provide a lot of information about the ASD circuit, how it relates to the fuel pump, as well as that TSP that I went ahead and did to pass smog. What is the automatic shutdown relay? Well, it's very simple. This is a safety feature that if the vehicle detects something wrong with the camshaft or the crankshaft, via the camshaft or the crankshaft sensors, it shuts down the operation of the engine so you don't do any other damage. The reason I'm even in this position right now, because I don't want to be in this position, was we were modding this Jeep. As you can see, I'll put the link in the description. We put many mods, including this tiny little antenna over here. However, I went to start the Jeep. Crank, and it does not fire at all. It just cranks forever. And it started to throw a P0668688 code, P0688 code. And that code is about the ACD, the automatic shutdown relay wiring, which initially tripped me up because as you can see, I had to cut some wiring here. If you'd like to show, Aline. I had to cut some wiring over here to make it pass smog based on the Jeep TSP. I was second guessing myself, and I shouldn't have. So what I did was the very first step is switch out these relays over here. So these are all the relays. Using this diagram right over here, locate the proper relay for the automatic shutdown relay, which is right over here for us, ASD relay. Locate the right relay and just switch it with another one. It could be that this relay is bad. And if it's this relay, your problem ends right here. You just switch it out.
Lucky you.
Lucky you if it ends there. Next thing to consider is the two sensors that allow the computer to send power to ground the ASD. So the sensors are the camshaft and the crankshaft. There are ways to test this, but none of them are amazing and they're like not that straightforward. I just ordered both of them and they're on their way here. I don't have them yet, but I ordered them. But I don't think that is my problem, and I will explain why. So to understand why it isn't those, I have to show you from this angle. This is the ASD relay area. Let me just get a better... So the very first one, the very first plug over here, that's constant 12 volts. That top left corner of that top one is 12 volts with the switch. When you put the ignition on, that will give a positive 12. Unless you've done the TSP, in which case both of those will be positive 12. That bottom left corner over there is the ground that comes from the computer. That comes from the computer right over there. So that is the ground. So that should be grounding, and when that grounds, it will connect that plug to that plug. There will be a connection here through the relay. And once that plug is connected, it will send power to things like your fuel injectors, your coil pack, your spark plugs, that kind of thing. One quick and dirty way to test this out, which I did, was I manually connected those two to each other. All I did was stick a wire in between from that pole to that pole, and once I stuck that wire there, the engine fired right up. No more long cranks. What are you doing? Are you bored over here?
Sometimes I don't know what Greg's talking about, so I try
We'll
to entertain myself.
Sometimes I don't know how to put decals on, but that's your job. We have our respective jobs here, but nonetheless. Oh man, happy quarantine, by the way. Day 6. Anyways, so once you bridge those two to each other, if it fires right up, that means it's not your cam or your crankshaft position sensor. Now, everything I'm explaining in this video, I acquired over many hours of internet searching. Isn't that right?
Oh boy, it is.
Oh man, left and right today. So it has been rough. It has been rough. No one likes when they have all of these things planned. Just look at all of these mods over here. I literally have all of those mods. Drive shaft, 4-inch lift kit. Oops, wasn't supposed to say that. I literally have light bars. I have so many other things. Literally so many things planned, but this doesn't want to fire up. So the next logical thing was, hey, why is my PCM not sending ground to the relay? And so what I did was I grabbed a multimeter, tested this area with a multimeter, which I'm happy to elaborate on if anyone has any questions about. I put the negative in where the ground should come and the positive on the battery, and when Olin over here cranked the engine, it didn't give me a ground. So next, what I did was I went to the rear. I found the exact wire, which appears over here. Sorry about the focusing issue. It's that brown and white wire.
You want to use my tweezers to show?
Sorry.
So it's that wire right over there.
This one.
Brown and white. It honestly is the only one in there that's colored that way, so it really made it easy to identify elsewhere. So right in there. Perfect.
So then I removed the battery and I disconnected these plugs from the from the PCM over here. Next thing I did was I took apart the electrical tape that comes from the factory, and look what I found. Someone needs a water break. What's going on here?
Choking on.
Do we have to keep 6 feet apart now, or?
Rude.
Okay, well, continuing on with our story. I followed the wires all the way back from the PDC all the way to the PCM. Notice there are these, I checked all three, but on these two, I am able to find the exact color code of the wire. So we found our wire right here, the brown with white, and would you look here? It looks like I see some exposed copper on 3 of these terminals. The green terminal, the green, purple, yeah, these 3 right here. Green, purple, and ours. So that's issue number 1. And then on this plug over here, we found our wire yet again, right here. And it looks like it's not even connected. It looks like it sheared off or something, and there's no connection. So
we got a pretty good answer to that, don't we?
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just cut the wire, fix everything up with electrical tape, make sure there's a connection, and then hopefully this thing fires right up.
Crossing our fingers, you guys.
So we'll check in with you in a little bit. We're gonna need all 4 hands. So I cut the wire and I alligator connected it because I wasn't able to solder it because it wasn't long enough.
I was gonna say smolder it.
Smolder. I alligator connected it, and then I wrapped some electrical tape. And then I also wrapped electrical tape around the neighboring wires just so it wouldn't transmit. Now before I completely electrical tape everything around this area, I'm gonna just try to see what happens. I'm gonna just fire it up, and God willing, we'll get it to work. And if you're watching this video and you're having issues and it wasn't this exact issue, just drop a line below. I'll respond within 6 hours max. Like regardless if it's been a year, 2 years, I'm always checking. Come straight to my phone. I learned a lot about the ASD and I'm always happy to share my wealth. But for now, my wealth of information. My wealth. Well, let's be very clear here. So I'm gonna just finish wrapping this up right now, and then we're gonna go ahead and try to fire it up. So we'll check in with you around then.
Wrapping up shop.
God, if this works, I'm gonna be the happiest person right now. I will be so happy if this works.
You or me?
It's not nice. Not nice, that's all. Okay.
Do not forget about your battery, ladies and gentlemen. Important part.
First thing is, can you put your finger and tell me if it clicks?
Right now?
Alright,
You left the box closed. Hold on.
so let me know if it clicks, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It clicked?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh god. Ah, yes. Woo! That's right. That's right. Brought to you by Garage Couple. Wow. Well, there you have it, you guys. Garage Couple got it done again. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Again, if you guys have had the same issue and have any questions, I'll refer you to my husband, Greg. Just leave a comment below. I'll make sure that he helps you guys out, because I'm probably going to be, you know, the assistant, the flashlight lady. But thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to follow us on Instagram at Garage Couple. See you guys soon.